Hi everyone, it's Aunt Fernita. Today's story is called, Do You Love Me? The memory verse is from John chapter 21, verse 16. It says, Again Jesus said, Do you truly love me? Take care of my sheep. Today's message is we serve God when we take care of others. Asante, do you have your hat? Mom called. I think so, Asante responded. A few minutes later, Mom called out the same question. I thought I told her yes, he thought as he answered again. As he headed through the door, Mom asked Asante if he had his hat once again. Trying not to let his impatience show, he once again told her that he had it. Has someone asked you the same question over and over? They may have been trying to show the importance of what they were asking. In this story, Jesus asked Peter the same question 3 times. Peter was restless. I'm going fishing, he told the other disciples. At least fishing was doing something. It had been a while since Jesus had been crucified. He had appeared to them twice since his resurrection. It had been wonderful to see him and to know that he was alive. Jesus hadn't mentioned that Peter had denied him 3 times. Peter was still so embarrassed. He was ashamed of what he had done. He may have asked God to forgive him. He may have thought that Jesus would no longer trust him. How much did the other disciples know about it? He may have wondered. Did they know how sorry he was? Some of the other disciples decided to go fishing with Peter. So just as the sun was going down, they stepped into Peter's boat. The wind soon swept across the water. They stayed out all night, but they caught nothing. What a waste of a night's work, Peter probably thought. Early in the morning, just as the sun was coming up, they returned to shore without any fish. As their boat drew closer to shore, they noticed a man standing on the beach. The man called out, Have you caught any fish? The disciples called back, No, none at all. The man called out again, Throw your net on the right side of the boat. You'll find some. Perhaps they just wanted to please the man. Perhaps they wanted to try once more. Whatever the reason, they did what the man said. Immediately, their nets were full of fish. They couldn't even haul their nets into the boat. Suddenly, John recognized the man and called to Peter, It is the Lord! Peter was very happy to see Jesus again. Jesus was waiting for them. The boat was so very close to shore that Peter decided not to wait. He jumped out of the boat and hurried through the water to Jesus. The others followed in the boat. When they reached the shore, they found that Jesus had made a fire. He was cooking fish for their breakfast. They soon enjoyed fish and some bread. After breakfast, Jesus turned to Peter. Do you truly love me more than these? He asked. Peter immediately answered, Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Jesus looked into Peter's eyes and said quietly, Feed my lambs. Again, Jesus asked, Peter, do you truly love me? And again, Peter replied, Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Jesus replied, Take care of my sheep. A third time, Jesus asked Peter, Peter, do you love me? Peter didn't know what to think. Perhaps he wondered if Jesus didn't believe him. And why did Jesus ask 3 times? Was it because Peter denied Jesus 3 times? Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him 3 times. With a heavy heart, Peter answered, Lord, You know all things. You know that I love you." Jesus said again, "Take care of my sheep." Finally, Jesus said to Peter, "Follow me." Peter realized then Jesus had forgiven him. Jesus still wanted Peter to follow him. Why did Jesus ask Peter these questions in front of the other disciples? Perhaps it was so that they would know that he had forgiven Peter. Jesus also wanted to teach Peter a lesson in patience, sympathy, and forgiveness. Peter would need all of that in the future. He had a work to do for Jesus. He would lead and care for many new believers of Jesus during the rest of his life. Jesus also wants us to know something special. There is only one thing we must do to follow and serve him. Love him with all our hearts. And when we really do, we will want to take care.
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. The world behind me, the cross before me. The world behind me, the cross before me. The world behind me, the cross before me. No turning back, no turning back. Though 9